Is your body quietly crying out for help and you're just not hearing it? If your outer eyebrows are thinning or your weight keeps climbing without reason, it might not just be stress or aging. A hoarse voice, weird tongue swelling, hair that won't stop falling out. These could all point to one dangerous, often overlooked deficiency that's affecting millions. And here's the kicker. It's in your water, your diet, even your shampoo. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to fix it before it's too late.
Today I'm going to talk about 7 strange signs that your body is begging for iodine. And the last one, number 7, is going to be the most important and the most interesting. The iodine in our soils have been depleted over the years. If iodine is not in the soil, it's not going to end up in the grass. If it's not in the grass, it's not going to be in the animal. And if it's not going to be in the animal, that's going to create a deficiency in you. Back in the 40s, there was a huge problem with goiters. You had this enlarged thyroid, and that was an iodine deficiency in certain parts of the country. And this is when they introduced iodized salt. But then in the 70s, this whole iodized salt kind of disappeared, and it was replaced with sea salt. Problem is, there's not a lot of iodine in sea salt. The combination of not getting enough iodine from our foods, and on top of that, there's certain things that will deplete iodine, like the fluoride in your water, the chlorine in the water. Especially if someone is a vegan, they're not consuming foods high in iodine. The more if someone goes more vegetarian or vegan, the less they're going to start consuming shellfish, dairy, eggs, seafood that normally contain iodine. But let's go through this list right now. Number 1, if someone starts losing the outer 1/3 of their eyebrows, you can see I'm not losing my eyebrows, they're quite bushy, but if you start losing this part right here, suspect you are iodine deficient. Number 2, hair loss. Iodine is crucial in making sure you have enough thyroid hormones that support your hair. And one of the biggest symptoms of a low thyroid situation is hair loss. Number 3, hoarseness, almost like there's a lump in your throat, and that is because the thyroid is enlarging because it's trying to reach out and grab onto some iodine. And that puts pressure on your vocal cords, which can not only affect your voice, but it can affect other areas as well. Number 4 is an enlarged tongue. Your tongue starts to get bigger, and the way that you're going to know that it's enlarged is you're going to look on the outer part of the tongue, and you'll see these little indentations. Suspect you are deficient in iodine. Number 5, unexplained weight gain. For no reason, you're just gaining more weight. You're not doing anything out of the usual. You just find your metabolism is just super slow. Suspect an iodine deficiency because the iodine is not supporting the master metabolism gland in the body called the thyroid gland. You're going to notice that you're going to gain weight all over equally, not necessarily in one place. Number 6, your estrogen is going to go up. That can show up as a heavy period or heavy cramping or headaches that time of the month, even waking in your hips. But then on the flip side, you might find that your testosterone is low, not just in men, but in women as well. Without a fully functioning thyroid, your estrogen is going to be high and your testosterone is going to be low. So many men are deficient in iodine, they can't make enough testosterone. The testosterone's not activated. A lot of men find that just when they reintroduce iodine into their diet, that handles their low testosterone right off the bat. Testosterone is not just about libido. Testosterone is a very potent anti-inflammatory. It helps certain things in your immune system reduce inflammation. Testosterone is all about preventing the loss of muscle, both in men and women. Testosterone also supports your bone health. So if you're deficient in testosterone, you may find that you're getting osteoporosis or even osteopenia. Number 7 is the most interesting and most important about iodine. When you are deficient in iodine, your IQ will be lower. This is not just in small children, it's in adults at any age. Iodine affects your cognitive function from different angles. Number 1, the thyroid directly affects the brain. There's 2 parts of the brain that have a lot of concentrated receptors for thyroid hormones. One is something called the hippocampus, which is all about executive function, making decisions, problem solving, giving you enough attention and focus. Certain people are more susceptible to this problem. If a child is 1, 2, 3 years old in the development, it's very important for them to get enough iodine. If you're deficient in iodine, you're going to have problems with your cerebral cortex as well as your hippocampus. And this is going to show up in the inability to remember certain things, have a strong amount of attention and focus on certain things, problem-solving functions, overall creativity will be diminished. The interesting thing about the IQ is that, yes, it's true that over the last 40 years, IQ has been decreasing, but it's very difficult to measure the actual IQ over time because there's not just one standard test that everyone does. Over the years, this test has been altered and changed. The way that we deliver this test has been changed. If we measured the IQ from someone in the 50s versus now, it's like apples and oranges. The glitch in this whole IQ test is we're not comparing your IQ with someone from 1950 with the same test. No, we're comparing your IQ to the average IQ from a random sampling. The IQ has been dropping, but you're not going to necessarily see it because we keep readjusting the normal. It's very similar to when you test testosterone. Now, we know in 1950, testosterone for someone at 50 years old was a certain amount, and now it's a lot less. But if you look at the normal ranges, those normal ranges are based on the average of the population, basically comparing you to a bunch of unhealthy people. Yes, there are other factors, the school system, the way we're taught, the screen time, overall nutrition, but we can't forget about iodine. On just some random assessments looking at urine iodine levels from 1990 to present time, we're at a 50% less iodine level. The most important thing about iodine is to provide the thyroid enough of its trace minerals for these thyroid hormones to work. Thyroid hormones go into every part of the body. They affect both the ovaries and the testicles. They help regulate or modulate or control estrogen dominance. Thyroid hormones directly help cognitive function as well as your mood. People with low thyroid are usually depressed. And if we're just talking about low thyroid, we're describing a hypothyroid condition. And by the way, hypothyroidism is one of the most common health problems worldwide. There's another partner trace mineral that's really important in Hashimoto's, which is the autoimmune hypothyroid condition. And that partner trace mineral is selenium. Instead of waiting till you get one of these symptoms, I suggest you just prevent an iodine deficiency by starting to consume foods in your diet that have enough iodine, and sea salt is not going to cut it. Here are the foods that are high in iodine: sea kelp or seaweed, shellfish, and fish from the ocean. Now, you will get iodine from eggs and dairy, but only if that chicken or cow has enough iodine in their diet. Last important point about this topic, get a filter that filters out chlorine and fluoride to make sure both of those do not interfere with your thyroid. Also, be careful of the toothpaste that is filled with fluoride, as well as getting fluoride treatments at the dentist. That can affect your thyroid as well because it blocks iodine. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Iodine is a small nutrient with a massive role in your health, especially your thyroid. In this video, we covered 7 often overlooked warning signs of iodine deficiency: outer eyebrow thinning, hair loss, hoarseness, an enlarged tongue, unexplained weight gain, high estrogen, and even lowered IQ. These aren't just random symptoms. They're your body's way of waving a red flag. But the good news? With the right foods like sea kelp, shellfish, and eggs, and a good water filter to cut out chlorine and fluoride, you can take control of your health starting today. Don't wait for symptoms to get worse. The sooner you act, the better your body and mind will function. Prevention is powerful, and now you know what to do. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs this information. And please consider subscribing. It's free, it helps us grow, and it tells us to keep making more videos that empower and educate. Your support truly means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and stay healthy.